Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fix the Whale podcast with me, Sam Avery, and my good friend Katie Tracy.
Bonjour, willkommen, bienvenue.
We are here for everybody of all persuasions, of all languages, and we've got a great show coming up today. We've got little fixes where we'll be making the world a slightly better place.
Always trying.
Our modus operandi.
That's right.
If I've
Latin,
said
that guys, Latin.
Look at all the languages coming at you.
We don't dumb down here on Fix the World.
No, we are highbrow entertainment.
Highbrow.
For your highbrow listening pleasure.
Yes.
We'll also have some listener feedback a little bit later on.
Because listeners, we have got them. Hey.
Yeah. And if you're just listening, you can watch this on YouTube on glorious 4K video. So get on our YouTube channel, Fix the Whale Podcast.
Please enjoy the majesty of my paws.
They are looking fantastic today.
Indeed.
What have you got a beauty regimen? Have you got?
Oh, I got a beauty regimen?
What like how does it? Is it?
Dear God.
Are you strict with it, or as a man, I don't really. I see what my wife does, and it's kind of like. I don't really pay much attention.
And some people do, and that's fine but that whatever you want to do, I never go to bed with my makeup on, ever.
Is that bad? Is that meant to be really bad?
Well, it's just going up to bed with like a dirty face, really. But I never have. But still, still get the odd spot, whatever.
Yeah, I've got a big spot coming through on my nose.
Oh.
Just there.
Isn't it weird how you always get a spot in the same place every time? I always get a spot, like a little tiny one there all the time.
It's just on your nose is the worst place, isn't it? Because you just look like
visible.
You look like a clown who's not trying hard enough. So
yeah, I have a beauty regime. Good. I have soap and water, bit of moisturiser.
Yeah. I've just got a chamois for the first time in a long time. A little chamois. Is it a chamois? Am I using that right? What's the
chamois? Yeah, like a chamois leather.
Like a thing that you wash your face with.
Well, a chamois is what you would clean windows with.
Oh, it's not a chamois.
It's not a chamois.
It's I don't know what it is. It's like a scrubber thing that you scrub your face with. I don't really know.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't know what it is. I think I'm being abused. But anyway, I'm feeling good and I'm losing the skin on my nose.
Yeah.
Because I'm using the wrong products.
Next week it'll just be a skull.
A
bear skull.
I look like an evil villain.
Yeah.
Skeletor. But have you had a nice weekend?
It's been sound.
Has it been good?
It's been good. We're patiently waiting for our grandchild to come along.
It's exciting,
isn't it? Will not make an appearance.
No.
So hopefully that's going to happen on Wednesday.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's Monday tonight, just for context.
We record this on a Monday, folks.
Yeah, we record it on a Monday because, we've got lives.
We're very busy. We're very, we've got high living showbiz lifestyles.
I have a lot of sitting to do.
I've got a lot of wagon wheels to get through. I have got a lot of food in our house at the moment.
Well, what did you do at the weekend? Tell everyone.
Yeah, we had our boys, my twin boys. It was their 7th birthday last week, so we had a party for them on Sunday.
7.
Yeah, 7. And I kept shouting that.
Did you?
They don't get the reference, and they were just getting quite annoyed by it.
One for the mums and dads. That.
It was, yeah. Hopefully those listening will appreciate that. Proper dad joke. 7. So we had the party and we just had a little church hall, made loads of food. So we just bought loads of bread, loads of cheese, loads of ham. And I had to make all these sandwiches. And I reckon I could make my own sandwich shop because I made these cheese sandwiches with this cheap oldie cheese that is it was so tasty. I don't know if it's the way I was cutting it or the chunks I was putting on. I was putting some serious
was it the love
chunks.
Was it the love you want? So did you slice it or did you grate it?
Sliced it. Should have grated it.
I know, it gets everywhere, grated cheese.
Yeah.
So grated cheese in 7-year-old hands are not a match made in heaven.
Not at all. So I sliced it.
Having it in a hall was a good move because having a kid's party in your own house, that's an amateur move.
That is an absolute suicide.
No one ever leaves.
No, they don't. You can put an end time on the party invite, but people don't. People
don't follow that.
Whereas when you're in a church hall, or a soft plays were the best. At the end of a soft play, if you've hired it for a birthday party, it literally comes on the tannoy, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for the Avery party, it's now finished, please.
It's like Channel 5, can't pay, take it away. Yeah. Bailiffs come in and just get the kids under their arms and walk out with them. Them soft play areas are horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I don't mind them now.
Ugh.
The kids are a bit older and we don't really go there that often.
I went to one the other week for me mate's little girl's birthday and they packed it so tightly with so many parties and it was like the Calais jungle in there, to be honest with you. It was vile.
Yeah, the little crawl spaces with all the fluid sticking to your elbows.
And it was called Jungle Fun, but it was on the top of a car park in Belvale.
Yes, I've been there.
call it something more like fitting, like, you know.
Urban filth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depressing unit in primary colours.
Suicide hotspot.
And then in the middle of the party, they go, can this such and such party come over to the bridge? Like, it's a magical kingdom. It's a little tiny bridge. And then they stood there and they played a song by Ellie Goulding. And it was just not appropriate. And it was like, or Jason Derulo. And I just can't pull myself. Oh, and you're like, why are they playing Closer in a 7-year-old's party while they all stand on the bridge and get cake?
It's not appropriate.
Something a bit more appropriate would have been. But anyway, I hated it in there. And it was hot and sticky. Nobody was happy.
No.
Nobody enjoyed themselves.
Staff don't look happy, do they? No. Staff look like they're on community service in those places. They look like they've just been sold to work there against their will. We had a subscription for that place when the kids were first born. Every month, so much money went out of our bank accounts. We could go whenever we wanted. And I used to take them on a Monday. And some days I'd take him there. And within about, honestly, 12 minutes, I was like, right, come on, we're going. I couldn't handle it.
I don't care how neurotic you are with cleaning. There is no way of keeping all of them balls sanitary. They are covered in what's it dust, Calpol and vom.
Is that the YTS's job when you first start? Mix the brew, go and wash the balls.
Go and wash the balls.
Go and make sure those balls are like spanking
I've forgotten
clean.
which one to start again.
My wife lost her phone in one of those ball pools once.
Oh, no.
And it was just like 45 minutes of chaos trying to find it.
That's an episode of The Crystal Maze that never got aired.
Automatic lock-in. I was trying to phone it. I was phoning it. She was like, it's not on. It's not even on vibrate. Who doesn't put the phone on vibrate?
You're going, look, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to move on to the industrial zone.
Yeah, come on. We're going the Aztec. Yeah, the most inappropriate song I ever heard at a kid's party was, I think it was a 3rd birthday party, and they'd hired some like entertainers to come along, and they had all these little, not go-karts, but you know, the little cars that you sit in and pedal like Fred Flintstone. Loads of them for the kids to just rag around in. But they were putting songs on, and one of the songs was that one, it's like a dance song, but then you hear this really weird voice saying, spread your ass like peanut butter. That's like one of the lines.
Amazing.
And I just thought that is not appropriate.
That's preparing them for the future.
That is. That's how you pay the bills. That's how you pay your fuel bills in 2022.
There's these parties where you can it's a unicorn party.
Oh, and what else that way?
Well, they bring like a little pony, and they stick a horn on its
real
head.
Pony?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they give you nail varnish. It's a dead tame like pony, and all the kids like put glitter all over it. And paint its hooves with nail varnish and stuff.
Oh.
And that it's called a unicorn party.
Poor pony.
I heard the other day now, they have yoga parties for like 7-year-olds.
Oh, that is disgusting.
That sounds shit.
That sounds bollocks.
You know what I mean?
Downward
Where's
dog.
the party bag?
Yeah, where's
the animal man with the owl on his shoulder?
Unless a party next door ran in, saw someone doing the downward dog and thought it was a piñata and just started swatting it with a stick. That would puncture the end of your yoga thing.
We were at a kids' party in a hall once, and they had these people dressed up as Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And at the end, they played Small World after all, what they play in Disney World. And Mickey and Minnie Mouse walked away and went into the kitchen of the Dunnies Club. And I went to Mick, they've gone to go and have a shit under the toaster.
I've seen a few of those.
The animal man's weird, isn't it?
Where
like,
they bring
how is that safe?
All the pets to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking into that.
But he's there. He lives by my mum's, right, this fella. Well, one of them does. And he's got a pair of kecks, and one leg's orange, and one leg's red, and one leg's yellow. And you just walk along the street by him, and he's there just with like a bird of prey on his shoulder, just wandering to go in the post office or going for a loaf or whatever. But then we were at a christening, and as we left the church, it was another family's christening, but I heard this woman go, "We've got to go, the animal man's turning up now." And I've seen these animal men, and it's like a room full of kids with like food and babies, and then they'll go like that with this owl who'll just swoop around the room, and you think that owl's big enough to probably fly away with one of these kids. It seems like it's not a big issue with health and safety.
That'd be a great story in the Liverpool Echo, that wouldn't it?
You
Owl
see, like,
steals baby.
A 3-year-old with the tarantula on her head going, oh! Just like, get the tarantula off my kid's head now.
We looked into that, and then I didn't feel comfortable having a man who looks like a man who puts ferrets down his trousers playing with me kids.
Exactly.
There was a kids entertainer who, I'm going to say this now, he's absolutely amazing. His name's Wavy Davy.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a legendary figure around the kind of kids party scene, of which I am unfortunately tightly woven into at the moment. Because, you know, your kids are a certain age, you go to parties like most weekends, someone's having a party.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
First time I saw Wavy Davy, honest to God, it must have been like watching Richard Pryor in the 70s for the first time, because he was doing kids' parties, but on a different level to everyone else. It was amazing. The way he was doing it, the energy he was bringing. And I said to one of the other dads, he's amazing, isn't he? And it was a Sunday afternoon, he went, yeah, but this is the third party this weekend I've seen him at, and he does the same stuff at every party.
Oh,
so he's
like
been to
jaded parents going, yeah, if you've seen him make a balloon dog once, you've seen him make a balloon dog.
That's it. You know the tricks, you know the ad-libs, but he is good.
Well, Wavy Davy, if you're out there
listening,
big up yourself.
Give us a wave.
Give us a Wavy Davy.
Give us a wave, Dave.
It's a good money being a children's entertainer, though.
Yeah, it is, but I don't think I could do it and stay sane.
I'd have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
I would. I don't know how people put up at rooms of kids like that.
Do you think we should try it one day? Me and you. Doing a kids' party?
Well, this is something we need to lead to, because what we haven't done again is explain what our podcast is about.
Yeah, so if you're new to the podcast, what we do every week is we try and fix the world. We do it in a way where we fix certain subjects.
It's not a tangible fix.
It's difficult to monitor how successful we've been, really.
It's vague.
It's vague.
It's more of an idea. It's more of a vision.
I mean, we're trying to just make the world a little bit better, and if it's just making your world a little bit better while you're listening, that's good enough for us.
And if by us pretending to be children's entertainers, I'm sure, have you got what's it called, a DBS?
I've got my DBS check, yeah.
I think I've got mine. I don't think you're allowed to do it unless you have.
No. I've seen a few and you go...
You can't just rock up and go, I'll entertain these kids.
Let me in.
I'm legit.
Yeah. Look at me. Do I look like someone who would,
So anyway, as part of our Fix the World ethos, our vision, our mentality, our goal, we're happy to try things that we've never tried before.
Yeah, so this is a new feature, and we're going to launch this, aren't we? Which is a feature.
Yeah, you can't go around trying to fix stuff without getting. You've got to get balls deep.
You can't mess around by the edges. You got to get stuck in, haven't you? You got to have an open mind. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying new stuff out, and the name of the feature is going to be called
Sam and Kate Try Stuff.
Sam and Kate Try Stuff. And
it may not be stuff that's new. It might be stuff that's been around for moons. Like, for instance, Sam, what do you want to try?
Okay, so I would like to try using for the first time a Bday.
Bday, guys.
Because I've never tried a Bday, and we talked about it a few episodes ago, and I am intrigued at
You're missing out. It's a beautiful experience.
I don't know how it's going to feel. I don't know how it's going to look.
You'll never look back.
Well, you got to look back while you're doing it.
Got to look back, yeah. Goes every bit of the advice.
So that's going to be the next... Well, that's going to be the first thing we're going to try. And after that, we're going to do crystal meth, aren't we? But that's for a different episode.
That's going to be a good episode. I can't wait.
That's one you don't want to miss on YouTube, because we're going to look absolutely cranked up.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to try a Bday for the first time.
I'm going to live stream it.
Yes. And I'll report back on that. It won't be next week. It'll be the week after that we'll hear my full report on using a Bday. But first of all, I need to locate a Bday.
Are we not recording next week?
Well, this will go out. This is the first episode that'll go out. This is
Sorry,
admin
everyone.
stuff
Logistics.
This is admin stuff we could do off air.
Yeah, we could.
But
we involve you in our process because we're all friends here.
So I need to find a Bday, and I need to find a place that's suitable for me to probably record it using a Bday.
So, guys, anybody know where there is a communal Bday where people wouldn't have a problem with someone recording themselves cleaning their arsehole?
Do you own a Bday? Are you a Bday connoisseur?
Email us.
Please get in touch.
fixthewheel999@gmail.com.
Yes.
I remembered.
Use the subject line Bday.
Yeah. Happy Bday, Sam.
#. Bday party.
Yay!
So, and also, yeah, I'm going to record it, and I'm gonna tell you because I'm intrigued and I'm excited, and
I'm excited to see what you think.
I'm excited to see how it feels.
Yeah,
I'm excited to hear what noise I make when
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
First goes in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It doesn't like go all the way in, you know. It's not like no, you don't put the tube inside your bottom.
Okay.
It just sprays it.
Right. I should probably watch.
It's not invasive.
It's not an invasive surgery.
I mean, I don't know if you want to go on YouTube and type in Bday, but I wouldn't.
I might do. I just want to get it right. I don't want to get it wrong. That's
practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this will become a regular feature. Not Sam and Kate Tristan.
How do you know you got it wrong?
Sam uses a Bday. Maybe that's the
skids in your undies.
Skitties. It's fairly easy to know when you've got it wrong, isn't it?
So when you try it live each time, how do you think it did, guys?
I should probably also, not just do it and record it, but at the end of the day, as I'm, getting into my PJs, I should probably kind of, give an update on if it was successful or not.
Some of our listeners might be sick of us talking about ourselves all the time, but
listen. They're like opinions, though, aren't they, arseholes? Everyone's got one.
Them. Hey.
So, keep your eyes peeled for that. But, those kids entertainers, I've seen some of them, and they seem to, you've got to enjoy the job, haven't you? Because otherwise, I don't think you could really
just
do it.
Turn up as a curmudgeon.
No. I saw a guy once, I was in Birmingham, and I was doing a gig, and I had like a couple of hours to kill, so I parked up.
You just look for the kids' party to
and I just thought, let's earn some extra cash, find some kids and entertain them. And after I got out of the police cell, the gig was great.
Went and bought a child scooter, trawled the social clubs of Birmingham till I saw the christening.
Just forced myself in, and I got one of those bow ties that goes woo, 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 spun round, and they were begging me to leave.
Kids' parties are mad. They really like stepped up a level. Nobody had kids' parties when I was a kid.
No, I didn't have kids' parties. I just had like people around at your house, or that was it, really.
Yeah, we didn't really.
Went bowling once.
Remember when Sam was little, a lot of kids had their birthday party in McDonald's. It was just a really sad experience.
It was.
It lasted about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just rubbish.
That was the first time I went to McDonald's for a kids' party.
Was it?
And I'd never, ever been. And it was like amazing. But, I mean, the food, you didn't get much food.
No, I think Sam had a birthday party in the bath, the swimming pool. And that was good because they put all inflatables in the baby pool. So it was really good.
Yeah, a lot of floaties.
And then another year he had a football party, which was good.
Yeah.
Because he was only dead little. So it was basically just like 36-year-old boys just all running around after one ball and not passing it to each other. And then they had crisps and cake afterwards.
I mean, that's all you want when you're that age, though, isn't it? I had a chippy. It was a chippy birthday once where I had like 3 friends around and we all went to chippy. But my mum and dad made it sound that exciting.
Yeah, but in those days, that was a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. We just got a chippy tea. We had some like fizzy pop and everyone went home happy.
You probably the toast of
Tinseltown.
Toast of McGull.
And
what a bon vivant you were.
Oh, God. It was like Elton John's Oscar parties. Which party are you going tonight? I'm going to Sam's chippy party. But then I remember one year we went bowling for my mate's birthday. There was like a bowling alley that opened, the Mega Bowl in Aintree.
I hate bowling, you know.
Well, it wasn't great. But we went there, and the best part, we jumped in my mate's dad's car, and he had like not like a van, but like an estate car. And he put all the seats down, so there was no seats to sit on. So there was like 6 of us in the back of the car, no seat belts, and he just went around loads of the roundabouts dead quick. We were all just flying around the car.
Amazing.
Swatting into each other. And I don't think I've ever laughed so much. It was so dangerous.
Those were the days.
So, yeah, it was great. Health and safety's ruined everything, hasn't it?
Some people like bowling. I've never enjoyed it.
I like it if I go twice a year. Any more than that's a bit excessive, isn't it?
It's a good idea at the time. And then when you get to like round 7, you're just like, when does this end?
Just start throwing it in the gutter. I couldn't be in a league, like a regular, playing every Tuesday night. Unless I have my own ball. You know those balls you can get made?
Do they actually, in this country, have bowling leagues?
They do, yeah. I know a couple of people
wear like
in
them, like, shirts with like the name on the back. Like
yeah.
A phoenix with
looks
all
like a
fire
stag do.
coming off it. Oh, God.
You just got to get a nickname, haven't you?
What would your bowling name be?
I'd be Sam Fingers Avery.
that nickname is you've used all your life.
Well, to be honest, my mates used to call me that as a joke because I used to play the bass guitar, and that's a very finger-based instrument.
Oh, right, okay.
But basically, there was a sexual connotation attached to it. But yeah, that was my name. But I'd have my own ball with like something in the middle of it, like, I don't know, like a rose. Or, like Big N on, what's that film? The one about... What's
the Big Lebowski?
No, not the Big Lebowski. The other one with the guy from Ghostbusters who's in Groundhog Day. I've forgotten his name.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's in it. It's Big N, and he's basically this super duper 10-pin bowler who's goosing all these single women who are like, young mums and stuff. And he's got this charity that he sets up for young mums, but he's just basically doing it to get into them. It's dead funny because he's just a horrible character. But he's got a bowling ball with a big rose in the middle.
Cool.
It just looks great. I could just have like a one finger, couldn't I? Just like the middle.
Remember, what was it called? Phaser. What was that called?
Oh, Quasar.
Phaser. That's Star Trek. Quasar, yeah.
Set phasers to stun. Yeah.
That was stupid, wasn't it?
I didn't like that.
I didn't like it.
I was shit at it, that's why.
It was too dark.
Yeah, it was dead, and it stank.
Yeah.
Dry ice.
Everyone's sweat.
Yeah.
No.
I just used to find the space, hide, and act like a sniper.
I just think sometimes with things, just because it works in America, it doesn't necessarily mean it will work in, the UK.
Yeah. We've got a different set of...
I feel like I'm too far away from the mic.
Well, we've got a different set
better.
of things that enjoy us.
We're more real.
Yeah. Well, guns are very American, aren't they? We could have, like, instead of fake guns, we could have, like, I don't know, laser-based.
We used to have water balloons.
They were good.
Yeah. Me and my mate Joanne used to buy water balloons. We'd fill them up in our house, walk around with them in carrier bags, waiting to find people to throw them at. But then we were too much of a shitbag to throw them at other people. So we used to end up throwing them at each other and then going home to either mine or her house to change into dry clothes.
Soaking wet.
It was shit. We did stupid stuff like, before trick or treat was a thing. Have I told you this story? We went out one night and we were like, what can we do to trick people? Just the two of us on a freezing cold night. We bought a tube of toothpaste from the shop and then we just went along houses and squoze the toothpaste on like people's gate handles and under the car door opener. So the next morning when they went to open the car door, they put the fingers in. They were like, oh, what's that? And it was like toothpaste. And we never ever saw like the payoff.
That's it.
We just did the setup and was satisfied with that.
That's something quite artistic about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not about what happens at the end. It's more about
we were happy to just be part of the setup.
We've contributed there.
Yeah, we had low expectations.
Yeah, I've never been one for practical jokes. I think the biggest thing I ever did to someone was when I was about 15. Someone was in someone's mum and dad must have been out and everyone was in this house, and me and this other lad, we grabbed everyone's shoes and ran off with them and put them on top of a bus stop where no one could reach them.
Oh, when I worked in a pub, the landlord of the pub, I had these stupid sandals on it and I took them off because my feet were hurting, and he just got one and lobbed it over the roof of the pub.
Like on The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah, but can he throw a shoe over a pub? That's what I can do. Do you fancy some listener feedback?
Always.
We always love hearing the madcap stuff that our listeners get back to us. And this week, we've got a couple of comments. One is from David McDonald, and this is relating to something.
David.
Hi, David. Thanks for listening. First time caller, long time listener. We were talking last week about camel toe and the effect it has. I'm wondering if there's a male version of camel toe. We were talking about ball bunch.
Ball bunch.
David McDonald's contributed to that very important discussion by saying clutch nuts are a major issue for guys in the summer.
Is that where they stick to your leg?
Well, he goes deep.
Ooh.
He says, that's when you're driving and you go to press the clutch and your left one goes with the leg and your right one stays where it is. So, now, I've never heard of this before, but I know what you're talking about when you stick to the leg, but he's talking about sticking to the leg, but then the leg moves.
Do you have a problem with clutch nut?
Clutch nut? There must be some kind of...
How could we fix that?
Tighter underpants.
Have you seen them underpants that they advertised and they're made of like bamboo or something, which sounds uncomfortable? But like...
Sounds like they clonk together as you walk.
I don't know, because they have a thing for chub rub, so maybe clutch nut could be counteracted by that. Basically, it's just moisturiser there.
Just
Sorry,
right,
everyone.
Right in there.
Yeah, right on your inner thigh at the top.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you missed
You've missed out on an absolutely glorious sight.
A TV moment.
Yeah.
I think it'll be on one of those top
all
10
my
countdowns.
dignity is now out of the window.
It's now on the internet.
But I would say that the what you use for chub rub could be used for clutch nut.
Yeah.
Clutch nut. Oh, get an automatic car, David.
Exactly, get an automatic car. So I suppose you wouldn't get clutch nut in America, to go back to your previous point, because they often drive automatic.
I think. Do you think clutch nut's an old man's condition because your balls drop lower as you get older? Is that right?
Yeah,
gravity takes its toll.
Gravity does play a big part in that, but also the hot weather, everything gets longer and bigger.
Here's a way to, hey, how about if the driver's seat just has a little, like, the way a baby's car seat has like the little thing with the leg, it's a little ball cradle.
Oh.
A little cradle to place, like a little egg, 2 little egg cups.
Yeah.
You can place your balls on them, sit down comfortably. I fixed it.
Like individual holders for your nuts.
I'm going to the Better Way with that idea.
Oh, Better Way. Where are you, Better Way? Why aren't you involved? Yeah.
Peter, Theo, if you'd like to try this. Just £50,000 for 10% of my company. Just please press your feet down on them pedals. Are your nuts still in the bowl?
Yeah.
See, now you could just have like a little cradle for your balls.
Sorry, Deborah, you can't try this one.
No, sorry. Only the male dragons.
What would be the female equivalent of clutch nut?
I don't think there is one.
I don't think there is one. If you're getting some kind of clutch nut,
if you're getting that as a female, then that's more of an issue than dangly balls or on a man.
That is an issue for your GP.
Yeah,
probably.
But,
in the first instance, I love the idea of like you could have little mini airbags attached to them as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So if there was a crash, your nuts are going to be safe.
Yeah.
Little just pss, pss, like little balloons.
And how they would test that is that they'd have to have crash test dummies with crash test nuts. Little yellow men with little yellow balls.
And I would love to watch that in slow motion.
The skull and crossbones on the balls.
All the tests, though, you'd have to do to make sure that the balls remain in tip-top condition.
No, so I think we fixed that, David. So
Thanks,
I'll go off. I'll invent that. That would give me a patent pending.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
2.5 years. I think we'll go Better Way first and then Dragons. I think
By then, you'll be probably sitting on your balls, David. So I'm very sorry about that.
I mean, that's another way to counteract clutch nuts. Just sit on them like a mother hen.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got another
little balm cake might do in the meantime.
Don't start the balm cake because people call it different things, don't they, in different parts of the country? Balm cake, bap, bagel.
Yeah.
Not bagel.
You could call it a nut sack.
Nut sack.
But it's just a little beanbag to put them on.
But you could spell it SAC, so it sounds a bit more hip.
Yeah. SAC sounds like a medical, like...
We got an SAC in our farm. We got serious clutch nuts.
Anyway, David, I hope we've helped, and I'm sorry about your ball. What did we call it?
Clutch nuts. I'm also just thinking about your idea. The one thing we might have to, be careful that doesn't happen, and we'll do this in the testing before the patents and all that.
We're not just going to get it out on the shop floor.
We're not
tomorrow.
just fucking about here. We're serious business people. Is that if the nut sack SAC were so fantastic, you would have to make sure the seatbelt was also as good, because otherwise you might fly out the windscreen, but your balls would stay in the nutsack, which would also have problems because your balls would essentially be ripped from your body.
That will be, I'm assuming, that will be worked out during logistical testing, times and motion studies, etc.
Thought as much. Just thought I'd, bring it up for the minutes.
Yeah.
So our next comment is from Carl Boulderson.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl. Thanks for getting in touch. Now, this is, again, a camel toe. It's been a hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
In more ways than one. Carl Boulderson, we were asking what's the male version of camel toe, and he said, male camel toe could be elephant's face, but I think I might be flattering myself there. So, lovely image that you've brought to us there, Carl.
Wow, Carl.
So, all I can think of now is the big sign as you drive into Chester Zoo. And to me, that is Carl's gonads.
So the ears and the trunk is obviously the peen. So the ears are the balls and the trunk is the peen.
It's the peen.
And that's elephant face. And what kinds of lower body garment, what kinds of kecks are you wearing that are that visible? Like Them tight trackies that young lads seem to be wearing now.
Oh yeah, they're too tight.
They're too tight, like Ron Hills.
Oh, and I also tried on a pair of like not skinny jeans because I know I'm 43 and I don't belong in them. But I tried on like sort of the slim fit ones, but I must have picked the wrong ones.
Can I just say, give it a whirl? Mick got a pair of skinny jeans, age 50, and they look nice on him.
Do they look good?
Yeah, he's got a great bottom.
I don't think I've got a good bum. I've got my dad's ass. It's a slack bum.
He's a roofer, so he's
up and down. Isn't
he's got a great tush.
I need to do some squats, or maybe just work a week with Mick.
Yeah,
up and down his ladder. If only just to stand behind him on the ladder and admire his ass. By the sounds of it. Hey Mick, put them skinny jeans on and get back up that ladder.
This
please.
is where the bomb cakes come back in. 2 little bomb cakes down the back of your kicks. An elephant face is horrible, but
are you wearing cellophane
good.
pants? Are they that tight?
And do you paint your ball sack and your peen grey?
Or are they just naturally grey?
Elephant face though, I'll remember that.
Elephant face sounds like a Native American name for a child.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the accent. I don't know what accent they have, but it's going to be offensive whatever I do. So let me just do.
This isn't an endangered species, baby.
I'll call this one elephant fish. Go back to the tribe. Wouldn't it be great if they found out that Native Americans actually had Yorkshire accents?
Yeah.
Because who knows? It wasn't recorded. We don't know, do we?
I think that I don't know.
Like when the travellers, Christopher Columbus, landed, and they saw all these Native American tribes coming towards them. Like, get them, the fucking bastards. Did you watch Chernobyl?
No.
Because in Chernobyl...
I watched it on the news when it happened first time round. I'm that old.
That was very realistic depiction, wasn't it? But the TV show, they were all Russian, obviously. They just used the British actors. Like Finchy from The Office.
Well, I've seen a lot of this where so Maureen Lipman, the actress, complained because Helen Mirren is playing Golda Meir in a biopic of Golda Meir, who was the Israeli Prime Minister, I think, during a really pivotal time in Israeli history. And what she said is that Helen Mirren shouldn't play a Jew because she's not Jewish.
Right.
I disagree with that. That takes away the whole concept of acting.
It is acting, isn't it? Can you only play exactly what you are?
Can you only play a Christian if you're a Christian? Can you only play an atheist if you're an atheist? I don't really get that. I think what she was referring to is that the life experience required to understand this character, she could have had no way of knowing. But
that's what acting is, isn't it?
How does somebody play a cave woman or,
Peter Mayhew.
You can't.
Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, was not a Wookiee.
Exactly.
He was a man from the south of England. Just happened to be tall.
I know.
That's ridiculous. Talking of acting, we haven't talked about the Oscars, have we?
Oh, no.
Now, I know people are getting a bit bored of it because it's been done to death, hasn't it? But just what were your thoughts about a comedian getting slapped? First of all, did you think it was legit? And what did you think of like the whole kind of situation?
I think everyone's been having a go at Will Smith's wife and taking the piss out of her on loads of award shows and loads of chat shows.
Have they before that?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, because it's apparently, it's common knowledge. They've had this open marriage, but also she was like publicly sleeping with somebody close to him. And it was like...
Oh, right.
So he's been cuckolded, is that how you say it?
Cuckolded, yeah.
But he hasn't because he was on board with it. They
Yeah.
were on board with that kind of like, they got one of them open marriages. But it's been like the subject of lots of jokes and skits and memes and yada, yada, yada. And I just think that why say something before you were in the biggest stage of the world to go, I'm sticking up for my wife now because everyone's watching. And you mark my words, it won't be long before Will Smith has a book out about this whole struggle, this whole situation.
Do you think it was a real event though? Do you think?
I think he has took the opportunity to try and go, look, you all think I'm a gobshite. Well, I'm not because I'm not putting up with this.
Yeah.
But he's put up with worse than what Chris Rock said.
Yeah.
And hasn't said nothing before that. So, I don't know. I don't particularly care, but I just think you can't just get up and slap someone on stage.
You can't slap comedians, because that's what I thought. Because do you know what? It was only the night before I was in Leeds, and this guy, it'd been a lovely gig, and this guy just randomly starts going absolutely crazy at this one bit that I'd said to his dad. And it wasn't even his dad shouted something and went, "Oh, you've had a drink, have you?" And that was the comment. And the son stood up and started screaming, shouting in the middle of this gig. So I purposefully decided to look at the floor in a kind of comedy way and talk for a bit so that I wasn't kind of egging him on. And then I thought, I probably shouldn't look at the floor because he might be coming towards the stage because he was that angry. And that doesn't happen often, does it? Then I looked up, and then the next night, the comedian gets punched in front of the world on stage, and it just made me think, like, you know, pick your battles. Seems like an odd thing, like you say, to kind of go and punch someone for that.
Yeah, there's also that aspect that if he really was going to hit him, he wouldn't have just slapped him. Like he could have put him on the deck. He could have done it worse than he did it. But I feel like it was more about the statement of doing it than actually going, I'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Because he knows that could have led to, don't know, the police getting involved or legal action or whatever.
But of all the comedians to punch, he's picked the smallest and slightest. Because Chris Rock's tiny. He's dead little and he's dead thin. He's like a string bean. I think as well,
there was that night, there was loads of things being broken in the Oscars, like the first woman of colour who was openly queer won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
That was taken away from her because it ended up being all about, and like the most women won awards than any other year. The most people of colour won awards than any other year. There's been more LGBT representation than any other year. And none of that was picked up on because of this one incident. Yeah. And that's a real shame, I think.
That is, yeah, you're right. It's really sad. Really sad that that's happened. But I just
think Will Smith's a prick anyway.
I mean, it's a bad choice because, like, even if he does have a book out and the book does really well, he's going to probably lose loads of opportunities for massive Hollywood movies for this. But, you know.
He's made enough money, has he?
Sure, he'll be fine.
You know what else irritates me? Right, and I know the family were on board with this, but this film called King Richard about Serena and Venus Williams' father, right? Two of the most successful, not only female athletes in the world, two of the most successful. I think Serena Williams is the most successful athlete in the world up until maybe like 2020. I don't know if she still is. But instead of making a film about them, they made the film about their dad, the man.
The man.
Now, when you've ever seen a biopic of anybody who's achieved greatness, the parents pushed them, the parents support, etc., and so on and so forth. But it's never been about the parents. So why do they have to make this film about a man? Sorry, didn't they have a mum? Yes, they did. Didn't they have skill and determination? And didn't they work really hard to get where they are? Yeah, they did. But nobody made a film about Serena Williams.
No, it's all about the dad. who, by the sounds of it, is a very, let's just use air quotes, problematic character, which is a nice way of saying he's a bit of a tit. But
it's good to be a pushy. They made a film about a pushy parent.
Yeah, I am the opposite of that. I just go, like, my kids went to footy for like 3 weeks, and then one of them said, I don't want to go anymore. I was like, okay, sound. Let's just stop. Could you, because I didn't know Will Smith was in an open relationship until all this kicked off. Could you theoretically exist in an open relationship? Because I don't think I could.
I think I'd get too jealous.
That's it. Jealousy would just rear its head, wouldn't it? There'd be benefits, wouldn't there? But I also worry that sometimes people say I'm punching above my weight. So I think if I was in an open relationship with my wife, she'd be getting all the good stuff and I'd be struggling. And then
and then she'd go, I don't need you anymore.
But what would we talk about over the dinner table? She'd be like, I've had 3 this week. And I'd be like, no, I've had another dry week. Nothing to report. Yeah.
It ends up being like a competition.
Yeah.
And no, not only would he get jealous, I'm also far, far too lazy. I'm too lazy for one relationship.
Yeah, can barely turn up for that one.
Yeah, I do the bare minimum.
You'd have to have rules, wouldn't you? Even if it's an open relationship, you'd have to have certain ground rules.
Yeah. What would your first rule be?
No one famous.
No.
No one from my family.
Yeah.
No one from our street.
You'd have to have a perimeter.
A geographical
perimeter.
Yeah.
No one within a mile radius of this house.
No one with the same postcode.
But see, that wouldn't work for me because every lad I've been out with lived near enough the same postcode as me because I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I don't care. I never wanted to go out with a lad who couldn't just walk around to their house or they couldn't just walk around to mine. What's the point?
Yeah. Why?
And that's why I don't believe in soulmates.
Why? Well, yeah, well, why travel when you can just find someone perfectly adequate within the same
I just think
postcode?
if you're in an open relationship, so you're sleeping with all these other people, what are those other people? Where are they going? Where have they put in their bits? It just seems to be a big, massive,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where have you been putting your bits before I let you put your bits near my bits?
Yeah, there'd just be this horrible big soup of
bits. There'd be a lot going on, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
A lot of danglies and dinglies.
I feel like I'd have to try harder as well. As soon as I get in my house, I'm in my pajamas with my hair straight back. I look like Waynetta. And that's how I like to exist.
Well, it's not
on my own turf.
Nothing better, is there? There's nothing better than the moment you go, that's me done for the day.
Yeah.
I can officially give up.
It's like when I've got a gig, I'm like, I'll go, ugh. The worst part of it is, I've got to go and comb my hair. Got to go and put a bit of makeup. Got to find something to wear. Like, if I'm like that, doing something that I really love doing, and like, I just can't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered with an open relationship.
It'd be a lot of stress, wouldn't it? I reckon I'd probably, you would end up like, I think I'd take care of myself a bit more because I'd still be officially kind of slightly on the market.
I think it'd be like this podcast though, you know, where sometimes I'll go, I might have talked about this before. I'd have to go, did I tell you this, or was that when I was with Billy?
Oh yeah. You're saying, do that thing I like. And then that was someone else, love. Sorry, it's Wednesday.
Yeah. Like that, I forgot you take ages.
I forgot you the quick one.
So yeah, I couldn't do an open relationship.
I'd feel like if I was going out with someone else, you know, if someone else was in an open relationship and I was one of their, you know,
people,
regular choices.
Would you feel like you were in competition?
Yeah, totally.
Would you try harder?
Yeah.
But that would say a lot about your self-esteem, that you were happy to be that in that.
No, but I'd see it as a competition.
I'd
be like, I want to win. I want to be the best. I'd have like Rocky montage training.
I wouldn't want to win somebody who didn't just want me only.
You're the best. Whoa. Like
no,
a montage of me sexually improving.
When you see like Sex and the City and that, and in America, this whole thing of dating. So you just date. You can go on different dates every night with different people. And then if there's a second date, then you sort of go, oh, okay. And you date various people until one of the people you've been dating goes, would you like to make this exclusive?
Oh, really?
Like, why must labels be attached? Why can't you just date one person at a time?
Yeah.
Get bored of them before you move on to the next person to get bored of. Doing it, dating different people all the time means you have to get bored of them all at the same rate.
Oh, God, that'd be exhausting.
Oh,
Going on so many dates at the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be just too much, wouldn't it?
Like going for meals and like going to bars and like trying to just be, oh, God, I'm so interested in me.
Oh, have I told you about, and I would be like exactly what you just said. I'd be going, oh, right, so one time, and they'd be going, yeah, you told me that on the last date. Oh, right, sorry, that's just one of me 3 good stories.
Your little book, Sam the Greatest Hits.
I'd have like little like spreadsheet, who had told what, who's into which. Yeah, I don't think I would be the one who, if I was getting a call from someone who's in an open relationship, they're like, oh, I've only got 5 minutes, who should I call? Sam's quick.
But that's what people do now because of like social media and all that. People don't have relationships. They just like go phone people up and go, come round.
Yeah, I feel like I missed something out there because that's not, you know, that's not what I did back in the day because we didn't have all those dating sites and apps and that. But also,
I think when mobile phones came out, it made it more easy for people to go, oh, I can just phone someone here at 10:30 at night, and a mum won't answer and go, hey, you dirty ass, what are you phoning our house this late for? She's in bed. Normal hour.
Keep your willy away from our Sheila. Yeah, the way a booty call wasn't a thing, you know, in the 1800s, was it? 'Cause it'd have to be a booty letter. You'd have to be feeling horny one night and you're like, get me my quill. I'll write a sexual letter.
Then you've got to melt a candle to close it. Then you've got to get a pigeon to send. Oh, no.
By the time they get it, you finish yourself off, haven't you?
You've hit the menopause, too late.
Send this forthwith. I am horny, very, very horny. I'm horny, 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 horny. Love, Sam.
Anyway, yeah, open relationships, dating. It's a young person's game.
I wonder if older people, though, date in the way that younger people did because of technology. Do older people now use stuff like, I'm sure there's websites and apps for older people, like Tinder?
Well, I think Tinder's like, it's any age, isn't it?
Is it? So you could be an older person, just, divorced, in
on
your
your
60s.
Tinder, you pick your parameters on Tinder, so you can pick age, you can pick.
Oh, so you could pick your postcode?
You can pick.
Be perfect,
like
wouldn't it?
within 5 miles.
I want someone who uses the same chippy as me.
Yeah.
I want to bump into them when I'm buying a sausage roll.
Someone who has to walk past an off license to come and visit me.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fancy a booty call, but can you get some Lambrini as well?
Get some wine on your way. I don't pass an off license. Your Tinder profile says that you do.
Yes, technology says otherwise, you lying bastard. I just wondered if older people, if you just like recently widowed or divorced or whatever, you're in a different situation, you're in your 60s and you think, okay, I'm through whatever process of being through grieving or getting over it.
I want to start dating again and get back in the game.
But you're thinking, I'm going to date, it must be like, it's scary because like when I was dating, it was like, you meet someone and then you get engaged and blah, blah, blah. Now it's just like swipe right, cock.
Yeah. It cuts out the middleman, cuts out all the shit, doesn't it?
Maybe there's something for it. There must be people.
That's what you're looking for, then that's fine.
I think because
going on dates is just boring.
Have you ever been on a date where you've thought within about 3 minutes? You can only tell within a couple of minutes. You go, nah, this isn't working.
Most of the time, I've only ever gone out with lads who I've known for quite some time first, so I already know if I like them.
That's good.
I couldn't go on a date with a stranger and be like, the one time I did go on a date with a lad I didn't know, I'd met him at a party and he'd asked my friend to tell me because I'd gone and I met him and we went out and I ended up pretending to be sick and going to my mate's house and climbing over the back wall to my house because I just wanted to get away from him. So that didn't work out well for me. That's
not good if you're climbing walls and escaping people.
But because I said I wasn't well, he was insisting on coming in and making sure I was all right. And I was like, I definitely don't want you to do that. So I knocked at my mate's house and her mum went, Diane's not here. And I went, I know, just pretend you're my mum and let me in this house now.
Just adopt me, please.
And then I lived there for 10 years.
Yeah. It's a beautiful end to a story, isn't it? That's how I met your mother. I've been on loads of bad dates though where I've just thought instantly, I've gone, this is just awful. Like within a minute, I've just gone, oh God. You've met them drunk, you're both drunk and you're like, oh God. And then you sit down and you're like, there's just no, it's not like it's never to do with like looking at them and going, oh, I don't fancy them. It's never that. It's just like, that energy, like the spark.
I know what you mean.
You can tell instantly if there's nothing there and you're like, it's nothing here. But then you think, well, I can't leave now, so I'll have a drink. And then you have another drink. And then you're 6 drinks in, you're going, these are great, because you're pissed.
Yeah. And then 6 months later, you're buying a house together and you're engaged and you just go out. Where is my wife and family? What if I die here? Letting the days go by.
What I'm saying is, Rachel, if you're watching, it's over, baby. It's over. Yeah, that's happened to me a few times. Went out with a girl for about 3 months once because we just got drunk on the first date and thought, actually, she's all right. She's all right. That's not a good way to go. But yeah, I don't know that. It must be so strange to
I wouldn't date again. I wouldn't bother again.
No, I'd just live on my own.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd buy myself like a really friendly monkey and go on adventures with it.
Would you?
I put it in a wheelbarrow and I just travel the length and breadth of the country.
That's your angle, kids entertainer.
Me and the monkey. It's time for...
It's Wheelbarrow Sam!
And his amazing monkey, who's only bidden 4 children. Sam's been DBS checked, but the monkey still pending.
The monkey's still here.
The monkey's
saucy.
The monkey's on the animal offenders register. He once fondled a goose.
Oh, well.
But it's a great show. If you get the chance to come and see.
The chance. Got 4 stars in Edinburgh, didn't
Wheelbarrow Sam and his amazing performing monkey. We talked about Champagne Beverley last week, didn't we?
We did.
We've had quite a lot of feedback about Champagne Beverley. People wanted to see more.
People want to know about Champagne Beverley.
Champagne Beverley may have a sidekick. Do you want to tell us about Champagne Beverley's sidekick?
So me and my friend Crystal were talking about Champagne Beverley. And she said she really loved it.
£5 for nipple.
And then we were saying about how we got to talking about champagne and Prosecco and how Prosecco always gives us indigestion because we're at that time of life. And Crystal said I'd have to follow a Prosecco with a Rene. We call Rene's Rene. It's just a thing. It's stupid.
Like a low.
I said, well, you could make a new cocktail called Rene Fizz. So that's like a Rene and a glass of Prosecco. And then we decided Rene Fizz would be another great name for a stripper.
It's amazing, isn't it? Rene Fizz. Is it a male, female stripper?
A Rene Fizz could be a boy, couldn't he?
My name is Rene Fizz.
My name is Rene Fizz.
I am from Barnsley, but I'm good at accents. If you pull my nipples, I will fart.
You cover me in water, I become effervescent.
And if you got
Don't
heartburn,
feed me after midnight. I turn into an animal. Champagne Rene isn't DBS checked, no way.
Champagne Rene. Isn't it Rene?
Sorry, Rene Fizz.
Champagne Beverly.
Sorry, Champagne Beverly. I'll fume about this.
I don't want.
I do not work with Rene Fizz.
I do not want Rene Fizz to be DBS checked. I want him to be dangerous. I want him to be.
Danger is my middle name.
My name is Rene Danger Fizz. Oh, hockey.
So yeah, we need to work on Rene. We'll see what's going on with Champagne Beverly at a later date.
I want to get a 3D printer and make some action figures out of these.
Hey, should we tell people what else we want to try?
Yeah, go on.
We've talked about it before, you'll know. Me and Sam are going to get colonics, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. I'm really into that.
Not in the studio. I don't think Have a Word guys have got a license for colonic.
No, but I think they may have a Bday in the new studio. The way things are going for them.
They'll have a hot tub.
They'll have all sorts, but I don't think that a colonic should be done in a podcast studio. But yeah, we've got various things we want to try, but we also want to hear your suggestions as well, don't we?
We want to try paddleboarding or kayaking, don't we?
Yeah.
In the Albert Dock.
Yeah.
What else?
We want to go to that Only Fools and Horses bar.
We want to go to the Only Fools and Horses bar. Yeah.
So all these things are coming soon.
Coming soon. God, I bet you can't wait. Live colonic, live on camera. Woo!
What kind of camera do we use? Do we use one of those ones like
it's an invasive one that goes up your arsehole.
Oh Jesus. Okay. So the YouTube algorithm might have something to say about that, but if I'm going to be Googling how to use a Bday, then who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. It might have interesting suggestions for us.
It probably will. Take us down a rabbit hole of all sorts of proportions. But if you've been watching this on YouTube, just hit the thumbs up button underneath, because it really helps other people find the videos. And if you're watching, if you're just listening, on the podcast,
do you ever
platforms,
hit the thumbs up button on people's videos?
Do you know what? I don't.
I don't. I go, can't be asked.
I know. But
like, it's dead hard to do.
But
it's just literally clicking on the thumbs up.
It is just, that's all you have to do. So I know this is falling on deaf ears, but for God's sake, just give us the thumbs up.
Don't do as we would do. Do as we tell you to.
Exactly. And if you've watched all the way to the end, then just
give us a like.
Give us a little. Here's a thumbs up for you now, like a physical one.
Yeah, you've got to fund our new invention.
Yeah.
What was it called?
It was called Nut Sack.
Nut clutch.
Nut Sack.
Nut clutch city limits.
That's the t-shirt. Nut Sack.
We're just trying to help. It's becoming a serious problem around the world. Nut clutch.
Something inside so strong.
Know that I can make it.
Barry has to drive 4 miles every day with his bollocks.
One bollock trapped under his thigh. Yeah. So anyway, help us to help you.
To help Barry.
You swingy bald bastard.
And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you soon.
See you next week.
Au revoir.
Bye.